China has identified the cause of a mysterious pneumonia outbreak in Wuhan city, and it's from the same family that
a week ago,
the
there were under
SARS
3,000 cases in
17
China. There are now
years
more
ago.
than
It's
17,000
a new type of
and more than
State
360
resident fell
people
ill after
died.
returning from Wuhan.
Outside
Royal
China,
Caribbean, the world's second largest cruise operator, announcing a short time ago they are suspending
Caribbean
cruises in
tourism
the US.
is dead in the water and wholly dependent on what's next in the United States, Europe, and Canada.
My name is Gillan Robertson. I'm a housekeeper at the Paradise Beach Hotel.
Okay, my name is Vanessa Johnson-Craig. I'm currently a preschool teacher employed at the YWCA.
My name is Mr. George Brody. I am the co-owner and operator of the St. Martin's School Tuck Shop.
I am Mrs. Donette Johnson Brody, co-owner of St. Martin's Tuck Shop as well.
My name is Cotilla Hamilton Myers. I'm speaking on behalf of my husband, James Myers. He is a sailor on the Disney Cruise Line. I was listening by radio one day and I hear Mr. Lynch was encouraging the sailormen then to join this self-employed benefit at the INS. So when I speak to him on the phone, I tell him about this thing. I think it's a good idea because when you finish sailing, he's not gonna get a pension. And when he come home and he went up at the office, which he already have some contribution there, so he just rejoined it and continued to pay.
Family in the US, they first gave us a heads up of what is happening, and they say it's going to hit you guys because you know once something hit the US, it's automatically coming to St. Vincent because we always have people in and out.
I don't think we really anticipated that it would reach here, or it would have affected us as much.
We went there to pay our contribution, and there was some farms, and he picked up on the farm, and he was building the farm, and he went to the desk and asked the lady what the farm offer. And the lady explained and tell him, well, they are giving some benefit to the self-employed people that are affected by the coronavirus, and must take home the farm and pull it out and bring it back, and that's what we do.
I heard about something from NIS, so obviously I picked up the phone and I called and I said, you know, I'm hearing about something that you all are having, can you give me some more information? I give my name and stuff like that, and I went from there.
Another teacher from another school, I was in Tonga Day when we closed on the 20th of March, and she said, how you guys making it? I said, well, I don't know. So she said, you guys not getting paid by the NIS? I said, I don't know anything about that. So I called my boss and I was explaining what the teacher said to me. She said she heard it briefly over the news, but she doesn't know what it's about. So I told her I'd go to the office and find out the procedure. So I came to the office and I was introduced to Miss Richards, who run down the procedure, what are the requirements to be a beneficiary. So I report back those information to my boss, and she went in and got the forms.
Well, being that school was cut short, any sorts of savings that we would have had would have gone into taking care of the kids, you know, having things for them, paying bills and stuff like that. So, you know, in running low on cash.
Ever since, I had no problem. Every time I checked, there was, as true to the word, there was a check there to help.
This was a real lifesaver for us, keeping us afloat, helping us to be able to provide for our kids.
Benefits helped me out a lot. Well, I got to buy groceries and pay my bills and buy personal stuff. it helped us quite a lot.
For me, it was a huge deal because I have kids, I have rent, I'm renting, and you have other bills. So I had to juggle which week I do this, but it worked.
I just want to encourage all the self-employed persons that go and sign up for this self-employed benefit. When I was working, I knew that, okay, my employers provided that because they had to send me money and so on. And as a self-employed person, there's nobody to provide that for me. What this has done for me is I have a 6-year-old, so I got my maternity benefit. I am looking forward to my pension. If I'm sick, I am looking forward to something more. If I die, my family can get something. So the benefit is there. It is open to everybody.
And I would encourage all the sailormen out there who don't do it as yet, and you're still eligible, is to do it.
I would like to encourage people, whether you're self-employed or you are employed otherwise, to please ensure that they are paying your NIS. Ensure that your boss pay your NIS. Ensure that you, if you're self-employed, go in and find out the procedure and pay. And make sure it's always up to speed, because we never know where we'd be. And if it wasn't for the NIS on my side, I really don't know where I'll be.
Good day, my name is Anita Antoine, Office Manager at James Archibald Designs, Mystique.
My name is Doris Hope. I'm the owner and the supervisor of Renville Nursery and Preschool. We are located at New Montrose. Leading up to our closure on the 27th of March, we started seeing a decline in certain things according to what we're hearing on the public school was closed already 1 week before us.
When I first heard about COVID-19, initially I didn't think that it would extend to our region because there were a lot on the media as to what was happening, but we have since seen that it has extended towards us, and we have been affected in terms of our employment and our operations. In terms of our operations, we have been affected in that our employees were unable to return to Mystique due to an 8-week close down period that was instituted by the management of the Mystique Company Limited.
One day I was here and supervisor of another preschool in the area, Faith Temple Preschool, called me and asked me if I know about the benefit that the NIS is given to preschool. Actually, I listened to the press conference by your director of the NIS. I listened to that press conference, but I did not know it had initially started until the supervisor of Faith Temple Preschool called me and told me she went and signed up and what I needed to do.
During this period of involuntary layoff and so on, there were concerns as to how our employees were going to make it through this period, and then we learned by Facebook initially about the benefit that the NIS was paying out for persons who were thus affected, and so our employees were encouraged to apply for this benefit. We have also as a company looked at the implications of that, and we made a decision to match what NIS was paying, and also there's a bonus loyalty scheme that we have in place that we normally pay at the end of the year. We thought that it was time that we brought up that and paid the employees a portion of it to assist them during this time.
The feedback that I got from them, they are grateful. It was not a lot, but they were grateful because there was no other means of income, coming in, and at least they were able to use it to pay a bill. I would like to encourage all employers across St. Vincent and the Grenadines that, and the day that when the person start employment with you to try and encourage them, find out if they have signed up, if they have a national, if they're a part of the National Insurance Association, or if not, they need to go and sign up so that they could be a part of it. In the event later on in life, they can be able to benefit, whether it is maternal benefit, death benefit, and the other lots of other benefits that could be derived from the National Insurance Services. So,
as an employer, we are grateful to the NIS for the initiative taken and the benefit that was paid out to our employees during this time. Our employees are eternally grateful because it could have been otherwise. They could have been home with nothing. And I would like to encourage all employers to pay in their benefits, the employees' benefits to the NIS. So whenever we are met with these situations, that the NIS can reach out in a substantial way to assist our employees.
The temporary unemployment benefit is a targeted, temporary and timely measure put in place to protect our insured persons that were affected by COVID-19. The NIS responded by broadening its social safety net by the introduction of the unemployment benefit, and the government, on the other hand, introduced what we call the fiscal stimulus to protect workers affected by COVID-19. In terms of the impact, we have touched over 1,172 lives. We paid a sum of about 800,000. And who are those persons that are affected? Mainly was 60% female, the vulnerable gender. We also covered about 72% low-income workers. Low income we defined as those persons earning $2,000 and less. The responses have been mixed. Some beneficiaries were very satisfied with the service, while almost all beneficiaries were satisfied with the service. Because literally it means providing a $300 a month for persons who otherwise would have received zero. So we contributed towards the continuation of consumption. You call it continuity of economic consumption by placing that $300 in monthly in various households among St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So by and large, the responses were very, very positive. And we're so encouraged by it that we considering extending the benefit program for further 3 months so as to mitigate the increase in poverty trap that would happen if we unwind this benefit now, and also the increase in inequality which will happen among gender, among income bracket, and among the formal structure of the employment market. The situation within this economic crisis or this adversity caused persons to realize how important social security system is with regard to protecting lives and livelihood. But as any responsible, rational, right-thinking individual, we would want this protection irrespective of where in the economic cycle we are. And social security is the most comprehensive benefit package that any country can offer to safeguard you from the vagaries of life. So come and join the Social Security to secure your financial future.